with me, Reverend Lee. Today, what's the key to life? Great question, isn't it? Key to life for me is simply to live a fulfilling life. And to know what a fulfilling life is, you must know who you are. And you have to know what's important to you. And then you live it. And that's the key thing. You have to know who you are. And in knowing who you have to know it from the spiritual perspective. You have to know it from the mental perspective. You have to know it from the physical perspective. So you really have to identify, who am I? And you get to decide that. Because whatever you decide and what you believe about yourself will demonstrate in your life. So you get to decide who you are. Think about this from the standpoint of there are things you can change about your body. There are things you can't change about your body. But you can change what you think. And what you think, man, that creates your experience. So do you really truly know what's important to you? Good question. Do you know what makes you tick? What gets you juiced in the morning? What makes you get up and go? I'm here every morning, 7 days a week, doing this. Prior to this, I've led a meditation already. Why? They're important to me. I love to teach. Teaching is my number 2 value. What do I teach? About awareness. I teach about human behavior. So I'm very particular in what I teach. What do I teach about? Because that's where I put all my emphasis. I take all of my action and I live the idea that I'm a teacher of practical spirituality, of how to better self-love through conscious living. And when I talk about that, when I go within and I question the idea about what is self-love and what is conscious living, I can do that in the framework of everything else that's going on around me. Because what I've come to understand for me, if I don't love Lee, I can't love anybody else. And the fact of the matter is, the most important person I learned to love is me, because until I can love me, I can't give it out. I can't practice on loving you and not loving me and being a loving person, because I can't give what I don't got. Isn't that just amazing? I can't give what I don't have. So people talk about, well, you're narcissistic. No. Because what I give to myself, I give to others. It's not just all about Lee. It's about Lee first, so I can give to others. For me, it works. Do I know it to be true? I don't know. It's an opinion. I talk about that all the time. Everything is an opinion. I don't care what you're talking about. It's an opinion. Well, science. Well, there's a lot of opinions in science, and science is constantly changing, isn't it? We're finding that out more and more and more every day. We do understand there are things in science that seem to be proving true. Number 1, gravity. That seems to be working. So science, there are things in science that apply to the human perspective. Now, what about the divine perspective? Well, I think that's up in the air. Why? Because we have no proof. We absolutely have no proof. For most things, we have no proof, because the proof we offer is always opinions. You say, well, we've got data. Well, how is that data sorted? What was included in that data? What was not included in that data? What was your sample size? Did you test for this? Did you test for that? Do you have the short-term effects? Do you have the long-term effects? Do you just have one? Have you made assumptions in how you're interpreting that data? That's a big one right there. Have you made assumptions in how you're determining the data? Think about that from the standpoint, have you made assumptions as you build your beliefs? Of course. You have to make assumptions. For based on what I teach, I had to make the leap of faith that there's an infinite. Everything I teach falls apart if there's not an infinite consciousness, an infinite intelligence, an infinite awareness. I believe that to be true, but that's my opinion. And I base everything I teach off of that opinion. And what I do is I use that opinion to come up with ways to be practical with it to see if it demonstrates in my life. And if it's demonstrating in my life, then I'll keep using it because I think I found something of value. The key to a fulfilling life is knowing who you are, knowing what you want, and living it. It's also being able to experience. No matter what it is in life, you want to experience all of it, don't you? I do, because without experience, life has no meaning. Really think about that. A fulfilled life is a life filled with experience. Now, make it experiences that you're choosing. Don't make it what other people want you to do. That's not what's going to juice you. That means you need to be motivated. You need to be kicked in the butt to do whatever it is. You don't need to be kicked in the butt if something's inspiring to you, that you get juice from doing it. You just automatically do it. That's the beauty of life. You go, Sandy. Keep going at it. You know, I love that you're checking in, folks. I love that you're giving me comments. It feeds me. It feeds me to talk to you more. It feeds me to give that. And Sandy goes, I only know that I am. What is that? It means I'm aware. That's what you know. I'm aware. What are you aware of? Well, that determines on where you put your focus. Because where you put your focus is what you become aware of. Now, can you put your focus on more than one thing? Can you focus on both the yin and the yang and the yada and the yida? I made that up. Because there's infinite ways to look at things. There's not one way. There's not two ways. There's infinite ways to look at things. But we're not taught that. We're taught there's right and there's wrong. And who determines it? Well, the Bible, the Bhagavad Gita, the Torah, the Quran. Those are just books. They don't determine what's right or wrong. You know what's right or wrong for you because is it leading you to a more expansive experience of love? If it's not, then it's not right for you. You can go there. No one's going to punish you other than you're not going to have much love. See, there's no punishment in this world. There's cause and effect. What you put out comes back. It's not that you're good. It's not that you're bad. It's what you put out brings back the associated effect. But we've been taught we're being punished. Good way to control people. Punish them. Teach them if they do things, they'll be punished for them. Don't buy into the fear. Fear is used to control. You aren't here to be controlled. You are here to be free and to express your uniqueness. You are here to discover your power, discover who you are, discover what you like, and then you'll discover the tools that you can use to create the life that gives you a sense of fulfillment so that when you do leave this planet, you can say, man, what a ride. I want you to know that today is Agape Gathering Day, and you can join us at one of our gatherings either at 1:30 or 7 p.m. today. The Zoom links are at agapespiritualcenter.com. Also, this Saturday, I'm doing a free workshop on The Power in You, my book. That'll be at, I think, 1:30, if I'm not mistaken. I got the link posted right there in the description of this. You can sign up today. You'll love it. Great way to get tap into your power. We get to have an exploration. We'll be on Zoom together. I love it. So with that, make it a great day. Make it a great day for you, because that's all you can do. Until tomorrow, much love.